Okay, what we're going to do today is we're going to try to get y'all set up for like going around the bank. It's early spring. We're going to swim. We're going to swim a jig, but you can swim a worm, you can swim a crawl worm, but we're going to mostly swim a jig. And I'm just going to kind of go through the setup for this. What I like to use is about a 3/8 ounce swim jig. I'm going to alternate between green pumpkin and black blue most of the time. If it's a shad spawn, I'll go to a white. But with the fish kind of in the spawn, and some of them are pre-spawn and some of them are just getting done, I kind of tend to stay toward a black and blue or either a green pumpkin. And we're going to trail it with a crawfish. I like to use a crawfish that's got flapping arms, something that gives it a lot of action. And we're gonna use 30-pound bass braid, and I'm gonna use straight braid. And as you well know, braid is a real thin line. The water's gonna be a little off-colored, so I'm not worried about as far as the fish seeing the line or anything like that. So I'm gonna tie straight to the jig. But for this occasion here, swimming a jig, I'm gonna choose the 7.3-to-1 gear ratio. And I'm gonna put it on a FX custom rod, 7-foot 4-inch, moderate fast tip with a heavy plus. So I've got a lot of backbone, but I've got a moderate tip in that rod because I don't want to react too quickly with this braid when that fish grabs the bait. We're basically going to be using a 7.3-to-1 Bruin Elias Legend Series reel. This is a new reel that's out on the market. It's just fixing to hit the market, and I want to break off a little bit and tell you just a little bit about Bruin and how we got to where we're at. You know, Bruin's been around for a while. They had some rods back in the late 70s, early 80s, and now they're into archery. They've got Bruin coolers, good crossbows. But what Bruin's philosophy on this whole thing is they go and find out where very premium products are being built, and they build their products through the same manufacturers, and they get them to the consumer directly. So this is what we did when we put the parts and all the gears and everything into this reel. We found the best products, the products that are going into these $300 and $400 and $500 reels. We put them in this reel. This reel's not built in China. It's built to hold up. All right, that's basically an overview of what we're going to try to do today. Let's just get out there and see if we can't catch one.
How many more is there?
I don't know.
Huh. Well, they had to get out there for a reason, didn't they?
I guess they were on that island and we disturbed them. They figured it was time to go, didn't they? There he is. That's a dang good one too. Get up in here. Oh, stop it. Let me tell you something. It's been a very tough day. And one thing I've learned, all the tournament fishing I've done and everything, when it's really tough, you got to narrow your water down. Go to the back end of something and start working your way out and try to figure something out. I fished the main lake banks and pockets and stuff for a couple of hours, nothing. So I decided, well, I'm gonna get in the back end of something. I came all the way to the back of this lake, and I've had 3 bites. That's the first one I boated, but the other 2 were pretty good fish too. But I always remember that. Now we're swimming a little old 3/8 ounce jig right now with a with a crawfish trailer on it, green pumpkin. But there's a lot of wood cover back here, just stumps and little laying logs and things like that. You want to pick apart every piece of cover that you can see. Now that fish came off a dock, right in front of a dock, but the other two bites came off one came off a log, one came off a stump. So anything that you can see in the water, you want to make several casts at because there's liable to be a big fish there. But this time of year, this is kind of mid-spring to late spring, and some fish have spawned, some hadn't, you know, but you can't fish too shallow this time of year. Like I'm kicking up mud right now, but there was a decent little channel that came back here, and that's one thing you want to always try to find is try to find these areas that's got some kind of channel going into the back end and then before it flattens out. And that's what the fish will use that channel as a little highway to filter back in these flats. But we're in, I mean, maybe 2 feet of water, not quite 2 feet of water now, but I guarantee you can get bites as far back as you can go. This time of year especially. Right now and late fall are the two times when you really can't go too shallow. I've worked my way in here with swimming a jig. When I turn around and go out, I'm gonna throw a chatterbait just for a little more vibration, just to see if I can maybe pick up another fish or two. See, I fell back off in that channel now. I'm in 3 feet of water where I was. It's a real narrow channel back here. Go, God almighty, that's a big one. Golly, he knocked the fire out of it. Come on, you didn't get a hook. He raised the water up. No way you got a hook. Damn. Coming. Oh, there he is, big one. Big one. There, go. Go. Oh, Nelly. That fish was in a foot of water. Oh, swim jig. Come here. Gosh. Just gotta keep grinding. She smoked that thing. Hook fell right out. Springtime, shallow water. Kicking up mud. Oh. You just never know where the bite's gonna come from. Well, she came out of there and just smoked that jig. And that muddy water, I saw her profile come out of there. She broke my, that's all right, I'll give up an arm of a crow for that one. God dang it. Oh, I just knew that was her. Same deal, I bumped something like that old dock or something coming on out here. Dad, come about broke my wrist. All right, here comes one. All right, go ahead and make a liar out of me. Don't laugh at me. That ain't funny. Sound like they rocking in there. I hurt my wrist. I was gonna nail her. Golly, that fish got that thing and was hauling butt toward me. Come in here. Cover water. Throw it everything you can see. She hadn't laid yet. Looks like she's in the process. Oh. Did you hear that turkey?
You ever turkey hunted?
One time with Hank. He went through this whole thing about, man, make sure you don't kill no Jake. Just really had me nervous about it. We're sitting there against the old fence row and he's calling. I look out in this field and this dang gobbler's out there strutting and opens the wings up. And I'm going, hey, should I shoot him? He said, what? I said, should I shoot him? He looked over and he goes, good God, yes. But the time sucker took off. He was like, man, I said, well, heck, man, the way you talked, I didn't know whether I needed to shoot it or not. That's one of the damn biggest gobblers I ever seen out here. Well, looks according to those clouds, it looks like this day's gonna get cut a little short, but anyway, that's basically as far as I know, swimming a jig. You know, we caught a few good fish, but you know, the most important thing, find an area with some fish in it and just covering ground and beating on every piece of cover that you can.